Hi guys, welcome to Tuesday. We've got a great workout for you today. We're going to start with our warm-up, 40 seconds on, 20-second transition. For the first part, I want you to either row, ski, or bike, or if you don't have access to a machine, then burpees. On the burpees, remember chest and thighs touch, jump and clap at the top. The second part here is going to be a weighted PVC pass-through. If you don't have a PVC, you can also use a band. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up and over and shrug my shoulders as I move the bar around my head. So just make sure to keep the arms straight. This will help to warm up the shoulders. If you don't have a PVC pipe or a band, then you're just going to do reverse shoulder circles like so. Next one's going to be our plate goblet squat. So for this, you're going to grab the plate like so, feet are in your squat stance, butt back, knees out, and then I want you to just kind of move side to side, forward and back, stand, and then repeat. If you don't have a plate, then you can hold a dumbbell or kettlebell in this goblet position and then just perform the same movement. Make sure that the chest stays nice and tall and that the hips are below the knees. Next we're going to do is a plank to push up to downward dog. So I'm going to get set up with my hands underneath my shoulders. I'm going to go down into a push-up and then back to my downward dog. I can pedal the feet if I want. If I need to modify, I'm going to lower down, drop my knees, push up, bring my knees up, back to downward dog. Okay, so just use those knees at the very bottom to help assist you on the way back up. Next, we're going to go to a weighted PVC clean and jerk. So my hands are just outside of my hips, my posture is set, knees are out, butt is back, and the bar starts just below the knees. From here, I'm going to clean it and then jerk it overhead. So for the clean, I'm getting it to the shoulders. For the jerk part, I can push press or I can push jerk, okay? Either way is fine, just make sure that you're standing all the way at the top before that bar comes down, okay? If you're at home using dumbbells or kettlebells, you're just gonna use one. You're gonna set up with the feet underneath you, one head's gonna touch the ground. You're going to clean it up to the shoulder and then jerk overhead. One thing to note is to keep that dumbbell nice and close to your body and then press out all the way before it comes back down. Next we're going to do is an empty barbell front squat. So we're going to have the hands again just outside the shoulders. So our elbows are up. Notice the bar is in my fingertips. I'm going to squat all the way down and stand. So I'm making sure that their weight is in the middle of my foot and then driving up to stand. If you're at home, I want you to go to 2 dumbbells or kettlebells. So one head is touching each shoulder, and then I'm going to squat and stand. Next, we're going to go empty barbell clean and jerk. If you're at home, I want you to do the clean and jerk on the other arms warm up. And then our last part here is going to be a lightweight clean and jerk. So I want you to add plates, warm up your clean and jerk with plates on the bar. If you're at home, you're going 2 dumbbells or kettlebells. From here, I'm going to touch one head of each. In between my feet, I'll clean and then jerk. If you don't like having the weight between the feet, you can also set up outside the feet for the clean and jerk. Either way is fine. Use this time to practice both and see which one you prefer and feels more comfortable to you. Next, what we're going to do is our strength portion. So for this, it's going to be a 15-minute time cap. During that time, I want 5 to 7 sets of 5 to 7 reps of front squats. You're going to be coming from the rack if you're at the gym, so you use a barbell. If you're at home, you'll use your dumbbells or kettlebells. I want you to superset this with 30 to 60 seconds of plank holds. So after the first set, I want a front plank, then a reverse plank. After the third set, a right side plank, left side plank. After the 5th set, a walking plank. And then on the 6th set, a plate weighted front plank. And then lastly, if you have a 7th set and you have time, your choice of what to plank. So for our front plank, same setup as in the warm-up. Hands are underneath the shoulders. I'm squeezing everything nice and tight. And I'm just going to hold that for 30 to 60 seconds. For our reverse plank, what I'm going to do is set up with my arms behind me. Notice that my fingertips are pointing out to the side. I'm going to squeeze my butt and then hold here looking up at the ceiling. Main thing is to make sure you keep those hips nice and high. Next one is going to be our side plank. So for this, I'm going to get set up with my feet stacked, my arm in line with my feet here, and I'm going to come up and extend my other arm up overhead. If I need to modify, I'll drop this top leg in front of my bottom leg. I can also set up on the elbow. I can also lower the hips down if I need to. We'll do that on the other side next, and then for our walking planks, we're going to set up in that front plank, go down to the elbows, come back up, switch sides, and just keep repeating that for 30 to 60 seconds. And then our last one is a plate-weighted front plank. So for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the plate, I'm going to put it on my back, so kind of mid-back area. I'll set up in my plank like so, and hold for 30 to 60 seconds. Next we're going to do is for our WOD. This is going to be a 6-minute AMRAP. You're going to have 8 calories on the rower, skier, or bike, or 8 burpees. Then I want 8 unbroken clean and jerks. The weight is 95 and 63. So on the lighter side, we want to cycle through these. You're going to do as many rounds and reps as possible in 6 minutes. You're then going to rest for 3 minutes, and then you're going to repeat a 6-minute AMRAP, except this time I want you to start with the 8 unbroken clean and jerks, and then your 8 calories. So your goal is to try and score the same on both AMRAPs. Okay, so if your first score is 3 rounds even, I want you to try and get 3 rounds even on the next one. Okay, you've got a whole 3 minutes of rest to recuperate, so you should be fresh enough to hit that second AMRAP just as hard as the first one. And then for our daily mobility, you're going to do some standing stretches. You're going to hold for 1 minute. So the first one's going to be a quad stretch. You're going to grab just below the ankle. You're going to pull that heel back towards your butt and stretch out the front part of your leg. You'll do 1 minute on one leg, 1 minute on the other. Next, we're going to hit the hamstrings and the calves at the same time. You're going to have the leg out in front of you. You're going to pull the toes towards the shin, and then you're also pushing your hip back, so that way you can feel a stretch in the hamstring. You'll do 1 minute on one leg, 1 minute on the other. We'll finish up with the tricep stretch. So this is where we pull the elbow back and keep it close to the head, so it's covering the ear. We're going to go 30 seconds on one arm, then we'll switch and finish off 30 seconds on the other. So guys, for your scoring today, be sure to note your 2 AMRAP scores in the comments below or in Zen Planner, as well as any modifications that you made. If you have any questions about this, please let us know. As always, move well, good luck, and have fun.